Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So we've got a pretty long awaited announcement yesterday or last night. We've got Flysky Assistant 3.3.5 released. So let's take you up to PC. I'll show you what you need to do to uninstall your old one, get the new one on. Quick run through of the offline mode and show you how quick it registers for me and how quick it connects. And drop you a link in the description and see if you guys have the same sort of experience as I do. This version is for PC and Mac. So yeah, a lot of Mac users been messaging me, when are we going to get an update? Well, here we have it. So let's see what you guys think.
Right, so the thing you've all been waiting for, we should now have a better version of Assistant. So first off, you're going to want to go on your PC. On your Mac, you're going to have to do something pretty similar, but you want to go to your installed apps, search for Assistant 3.3.4. we're going to click on that and we're going to uninstall it. You probably get a UAC prompt, and we're just going to completely uninstall Assistant, so that gets rid of that. Then we're going to want to go to flysky-cn.com. Once you're on here, if you click products, and it's pretty easy to find it, just click on Surface, go to MB4 Pro Plus. Doesn't matter which radio you've got, you can still get it from here. We're going to scroll down and you should see the new version for both Mac and Windows, so 3.35. we're going to click as download. It'll take you to this link, click download. And this might be a little bit busy because everybody that owns a Flysky transmitter is going to want to download this. So it'll say it can't scan it for viruses, that's normal. Click download anyway. And again, might take a while because Google Drive will be getting battered. Then you want to go to your downloads folder. Now I've got a folder what I've made in my downloads for all the versions of Flysky Assistant that I've been testing. So click save, it'll download it for you. If you click on that icon, it'll open it, so we can double click it. Then we should get this. You can change where it's installed to, but for most people it's not going to make a difference, just run it from C drive. If you click that, you'll get a desktop icon. That'll ask you if you want to launch Assistant, so we can click yeah. Then we should get this. From here you can either register or you can click offline mode. If we click this, we can change it between English and Chinese. Offline mode will give you straight into your normal mode that'll let you manage your models. So for this, we just need to get a transmitter and get it connected. So we've got our PL18 EV kicking around. Let's get this connected. So I've just plugged in our PL18 EV and we can manage models. I've not really got a lot set up on this, so it should be pretty quick. But you can select all your models. I'm just going to select one to make it nice and quick. And we can go export. For me, I've just made a new folder on desktop, but you can call that folder whatever you like. Then you can name this if you want, but you don't really need to. And that'll export your model memories. So that's got more backed up. And then if we go to his desktop and we go to his PL18EV folder, should have a backup. So we've got that saved. You've got your date and time and everything on it, so that's nice and useful. Then if you go to your start menu, you should have Assistant. We can launch it again. So from here, so we can type in our email address. Make sure you put a ticking box. Select Get Code. And then very quickly, we've got the Flysky Assistant code. So we can pop his code in, press login. And then this should connect to server. One thing I'm noticing, we've got a lot quicker on the little spinning icon. It's not stuttering like the old version did, and straight away it's picked up as transmitter, which is now beeping at me because I haven't turned the alarm off. So you can go to firmware update. It's questionable whether I'd use Assistant for updating. Personally, I would still, no matter which transmitter you've got, I would still use these updated versions. So I'd still go on the Flysky website and download the correct update version of the firmware rather than using Assistant. But you can, if the firmware version is in Assistant, you can use it. So you can go to update, you can select what version and press continue. It's just a lot slower through Assistant than it is doing it through the actual firmware updater. One thing I will say on that, do not have Assistant open at the same time as what you've got the firmware updater open, because they'll both try and access your transmitter and you'll probably get a problem with it not being able to access your transmitter. Also, don't forget to put your transmitter in update mode if you're using the firmware updater to update your software. But this is a really nice thing to have. We can log out of it and you can go in offline mode. You can go to manage models, we can go to import, load models, go back to his desktop as PL18EV folder, select as models. It'll show you which ones you've got in there. You can click import, we can tick it, you can click add, and then you can use these to move the ordering in which you've got them saved. If you've got multiple ones, you can click the tick box and then just press OK. One thing I do like with PL18EV, you get a crazy light show while it's accessing its memory. So the actual power light and the light rings on the sticks do some weird and wonderful colours. But that's now imported back on. And then you can go back in. And the get code, you can do that as many times as you like. So for me, I'll show you in real time how quick it is for the code. So I've got my email address in, click get code. And then the code has now come through on my email and I can click login. So certainly working in UK. My broadband provider is BT, but I've had a few people test the test version all over the world and they all seem to have been a lot quicker and a lot more responsive. But it's took a while to get it, but we have Flysky Assistant 3.3.5 and it looks to be pretty successful. I'll put a link in the description below to the Flysky's website as always, and yeah, try it out guys, let us know how it's working.
So there you have it. After quite a long wait, which seems like forever, thank you Flysky for finally gracing us with an updated version of Assistant. Be interesting to see what you guys think. This will work, so any of the Flysky transmitters, you can go to the link what I've put in the description, and although it's for the MB4 Plus, it's the same link for them all. Just scroll straight to the bottom, get the version for either Mac or PC. Make sure you've fully uninstalled the old one first, and then you can run through, install the new version 3.3.5. And we've got the offline mode, which is really useful. If you're just wanting to back your memories up and stuff like that, or transfer memories between transmitters, it'll come in really handy. 2, it's nice for people that have just got weird internet connections and it blocks the connection to the server. But the online mode does also seem to work. One thing I will say is I would not use the Assistant to update firmware. It takes for ages. Use the actual standalone firmware updater software. You'll find that on the link for each one of the transmitters, so the PL18, PL18EV, MB4, MB4 Plus, and just be careful, make sure you download the either EN or EU version, what matches your transmitter. One question I always get asked is what's the difference between the standard and the FCC version. On all the transmitters, standard is standard TX power, longer battery life. FCC is higher TX power and shorter battery life. So take your pick which one you want to use. Technically, they are only legal in United States, in certain states. But you can use the FCC version if you want greater range. But yeah, nice to see that Flysky have updated the Assistant. They've been working on it a long time. I've been trying a few test versions. I've handed it out to a few people and they've all come back with really positive, saying, yeah, it works brilliant. So we now have the latest version released. Be interesting to hear from some Mac users, because I'm an IT engineer. I don't use Macs. I can use Macs. I just choose not to. But be interesting to hear from you guys if the Mac version has now fixed the issues that you guys were facing as well. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Hopefully you find this useful, entertaining, just like listening to my incessant ramblings. But don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Catch you guys again in the next one.